is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
Spending the night at Hard Rock Hotel on Universal Orlando property. Our very first time ever. You know we love our Hard Rock properties. Inside this building, they too have some music memorabilia. Some, just a little bit, but they're awesome. I do have to say this before we get started. Out of all the Hard Rock cafes, hotels, casinos that I've seen, this one kind of lacks presentation. I'm talking lighting. Some of the items, the music memorabilia that they have here is a little hard to see, so I'm gonna try the best that I can. Right here at the entrance to the rock shop, they have a guitar that was owned by Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath. Let's get in here and take a look at it real quick. This beautiful, unique flame maple electric was built for Tony Iommi by legendary guitar company Guild. Tony used this in the studio in the early 90s. That's beautiful. This has to be one of the coolest things that they have on display here. It is the bass guitar owned by Gene Simmons from Kiss. It says this Gene Simmons custom prototype axe bass was designed for Kiss's Psycho Circus tour from 1998 to 1999. You're never gonna believe what they have here. But I do need to show this first. Angus Young Ac Dc, AC/DC's diminutive lead guitarist Angus Young has made a career out of bludgeoning audiences with his uncompromised sound and unforgettable riffs, all while wearing an Australian schoolboy's outfit. And you guessed it, they have his outfit. Holy cow. That is downright bad booty. The bar here at the Hard Rock Hotel is called the Velvet Bar, and this hangs on the wall just outside of it. And guess what? It's made out of velvet. This is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen at a Hard Rock. This gold jumpsuit was owned and worn by David Bowie during the Glass Spider tour. It's a little hard to see, but here's one of the top hats worn by Slash from Guns N' Roses. Also right next to his top hat is one of Slash's guitars. A gold Gibson. What is that, a Les Paul? Yeah, it's a Les Paul. He played Les Pauls. Note the tape on the guitar's headstock that Slash actually used to hold his picks while performing. There's a plaque here that states that this army jacket right here was owned and worn on stage by the Eurythmics, well, Annie Lennox, during the Eurythmics 1999 tour. But out of everything that they have here at the Hard Rock Hotel, two of my favorite things are these boots right here that were owned and worn by John Lennon. There's an old picture of him right up there. Look how young he is. Now this one is going to be a little hard to see because it is a black coat, and you guessed it, it is worn by the man in black himself, Johnny Cash. There's a picture of him up there. It's a little hard to see, but right over here, I'm going to step back so you can see it. Johnny Cash's black coat. That's cool. They also have a jacket here worn by Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones, and you know what? That looks like something Keith Richards would actually wear. Also in the Velvet Bar, they have a beaded shirt once worn by Prince himself. That's cool. They even have something down here in the marketplace. Just one thing, but it's rather tasty. As soon as you walk in, which is basically, this is like a candy shop that says Nicki Minaj, female rapper. Nicki Minaj wore this dessert-themed custom-made top. And if we get a closer look at this, you can see that it looks edible. Well, eatable, but it's not. You have to get a load of this dress worn by Lady Gaga. I mean, look at this thing. What are those, strips of leather? Well, I be. They are. That's just pretty. I don't know. I could see Jessica wearing something like this. It's not really rock and roll, but they do have 3 original Shepard Fairey art pieces here. Obey. Those are cool. Each floor, once you get off the elevators, you're greeted with a piece of music memorabilia. The first floor features a hand-painted shirt that was once owned by Carlos Santana. Look at that thing. Floor 2 brings us to a pair of shorts and a shirt worn by Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails. It's probably not translating that well to screen, but just standing here at being 6'1" and looking at this, Trent Reznor had to have been a really small dude back in the 90s. I'm a little surprised by what I found at the end of this elevator hallway here, because it's Michael Jackson, and usually whenever I think of Michael Jackson and the clothes he wore, it's always red and black. But just look at this thing. Designed costume that he wore on stage during the Jackson's 1984 Victory Tour. Crazy cool, man. The plaque for this outfit really doesn't tell us much of anything, except that it was once owned and worn by Madonna. And our floor for the evening, which is floor number 5, I think this is actually quite fitting, to be honest. An outfit worn by Tom friggin' Jones. Just look at this crazy polyester suit. And it's bejeweled beauty, man. That's fitting for us, the Grim Life Collective. Floor 6 brings us to this weird outfit that was once worn by James Brown. I haven't the slightest clue what to say about this outfit. Except it kind of looks like some sort of weird karate uniform, doesn't it? But it's still cool. It's music history. Well, sadly, can't get to floor number 7. I guess that's the really expensive rooms. So, So we are staying on floor 5. Can't get to floor 7 because it's the really expensive secured floors, but I went over to the concierge and I kindly asked them if they could let me up there so I can at least see the music memorabilia that's off the elevator, and they agreed. So now I'm just waiting for somebody to come down here and take me up there to see what's in the display case. They were kind enough to give me a temporary key so I can get up on the floor, but I do have to bring it back to them. Thank you so much, Hard Rock. I'm excited. And here I stand. The sign on the wall says rock royalty level. Everything's kind of silver. Silver doors. But check this out. Top floor music memorabilia, man. Frank Sinatra's suit. Wow. That is beautiful. And you know what? That's pretty much about it. Like I said, it's a rather small collection. Standing up here on the rock royalty level silver floor, probably never be able to stay here in my entire life. This is cool. Frank Sinatra rocks. Thank you, Hard Rock, for doing things like this.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always a coming.